All right, next up for Florida, we have linebacker David Reese II. If you got a question for David, if you'll go ahead and raise your hand, and we will get you a microphone. Go ahead and raise your hand. We'll get a microphone your way. Any questions for David? We'll go down here on the front left.
What sort of changes have you noticed defensively under Coach Grantham?
I feel like as a defense we became more aggressive. We got a lot of different, systems, being a 3-4 now. We're a multi-D team, so we're just not a 3-4. We also run 4-3. But we became more aggressive, and we look forward to getting after the quarterback.
We'll go over here on the back row, third row.
David, tell me about your rivalry with LSU, and what does that game mean to you?
LSU means a lot to me. I came into that rivalry, at a high point. That game got us to the SEC championship my freshman year, and that's an unforgettable game, probably my favorite game all time. But, last year they got the upper hand in another close game, but I'm looking forward to this year.
Go over here on the left side, back row, all the way on the end.
David, you kind of stepped up as a leader last year after that Missouri game and kind of called out some guys. How has your leadership style kind of evolved since then, and what's kind of been your message to the team?
I've just been the same person. I'm a guy that's going to, do his best day in and day out. I'm going to work hard and give it all I got. But, I became more vocal after that game and just, had a bigger presence as a leader.
We'll go over here on the right side, all the way at the end on the back row.
I'm just wondering, the energy and the enthusiasm that this new coaching staff has, is that contagious?
It's definitely contagious. It starts with our strength staff. Coach Savage has been doing a great job of keeping that energy throughout our program and making sure that we work the hardest we can day in and day out. And that's been the biggest difference since I've been here.
Questions for David? Raise your hand and we'll get you a microphone. Anything else? All right, we'll go right back here, left side on the back row.
David, what kind of luxury is it for you guys when you have two cornerbacks like Marco Wilson and Christopher Henderson? And what does that allow you guys to do defensively?
Having two guys like that on the back end, is terrific. Our whole secondary, Chauncey Gardner, CJ, Marco, those are young guys. Well, those two are young guys that came in, were great corners and probably the best two corners in the SEC. That allows us to be more aggressive and, have confidence in our one-on-one battles that we can win.
Go right back here on the back row.
Hi. What personal goals do you have set aside for yourself for the upcoming season?
As far as personal goals, well, my main goal is to get back to Atlanta, playing the SEC championship. But as far as personal goals, I just want to show people that I can get after the passer, show people that I could cover also. Tackles come natural for me just based on instincts, but, have a good tackling performance this year also.
Go over here on the right side, second row on the end.
David, there's another David Reese on the team as well. How confused has it been for other guys around the campus and around the team?
I mean, it's been confusing around the campus, definitely. I had people, just pull me to the side. Are you David Reese? Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm David Reese also, too. But, having a guy like that is great on the team. It's fun for the university. It has a lot of energy to it. But we just got to get him a nickname because in the coach's room, it's hard. It's very hard. And our teammates like to play a lot, so they'll call us both.
We'll go to the camera platform in the back, all the way to the right.
Jeremiah Moon's a guy who came committed from Hoover and hasn't really come on. But what have you seen out of him as he's gotten older?
Jeremiah Moon is a great person. He has freakish athletic ability. He's one of those guys that could play whatever position you want him to play, and he tests ridiculous. So he's an athlete, and he's going to come along and he's going to get after the passer and play that outside linebacker position, and be able to help us out.
Any other questions for David? Raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone. All right, we'll go back row over here on the left.
David, what's the biggest thing that Christian Robinson and Todd Grantham have had you guys as linebackers in particular focusing on?
The biggest thing, we spend hours in Indy just learning the technique that he wants us to learn and, getting the language that he wants us to get down. We're the quarterbacks of the defense, so just, the little things matter the most to us. So just been, the individual periods and, our form and our little techniques, basically.
We'll go to the camera platform back here all the way to the right.
David, what's your first memory of the Swamp, and what's it mean to you to reestablish that as the dominant home field it's been for the Gators in the past?
My first memory of the Swamp, my very first memory was my first official visit versus Florida State. You know, they ended up losing that game, but it was a great defensive showing, but we just didn't put up any points on offense. That's when they had Jared Davis, Jalen Tabor, Marcus May, Kiki, Vern. The defense was unbelievable. And, you know, that's something I want to be a part when I came down, and the energy was unbelievable. And I look forward to getting the Swamp back filled up this season how it should be.
Anything else for David? All right, thank you, David.
All right.